And welcome to another edition of the Hometown Football League. I'm Big Polly coming to you. Actually, it's the 29th of September when you see this the first time, but I am recording this. As you see on the bottom, the recording date is September 22nd, 2020. If everything went according to plan the last 7 days, if I open up a Coke here, and see, I'm really opening up a Coke. See, I'm going to show you right now that I am opening up a Coke. Thank you very much. If things go according to plan, the first of the presidential debates will have taken place tonight. So we'll try to settle the debate as to whether or not Denver or Carolina has the better HTFL team. So we'll get this puppy underway here. Detroit traveling to Charlotte, North Carolina, taking on the Panthers. Denver 5-3, Carolina 6-2, but Carolina, perhaps their strength of schedule, perhaps suspect, perhaps, playing in this Southern Conference and in the Upper South with Atlanta, Indianapolis, and Tennessee. Whereas Denver is in a three-cornered contest with Kansas City and San Francisco for dominance in the Upper West, fighting for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. It's 68 degrees, figuratively, well, virtually, in Charlotte, North Carolina. Why did I say figuratively for? And Charlotte won the toss, will defer to the second half. I'll control Carolina. Did I say Charlotte? The Charlotte Panthers? Well, they are the Charlotte Hornets. John Elway against Cam Newton. That's the quarterbacking matchup. Denver and Carolina, of course, met in the 50th Super Bowl, which was won by Denver. Carolina came in after a 15-1 record and couldn't get to the championship. And let's see, it's Mike Shanahan against John Fox. That's your coaching matchup, and we will get this started. It's Upchurch back deep with Drones and Little for Denver. Denver in white, and Carolina in the light blue, kind of the North Carolina Tar Heel blue. And it's 1st and 10 Denver at the 20, so we'll set up the offense for you for Denver. Davis and Humphrey are your running backs. Smith and Taylor at wideout. Sharp, the tight end, Shannon Sharp. Elway at quarterback from Stanford. Clady, Bishop, Nalen, Neal, and Lepsis. Your offensive line, and a good one it is, for Denver. Switching over to Carolina, Julius Peppers is your defensive end, along with Rucker. Jenkins and Short make up the front four. Davis, Kuechly, and Beeson are your linebackers. And here's the Carolina's weakness: they can be beaten in the passing game. Norman, Gamble, Minter, and Harris. You got 3 sevens back there. Julius Peppers and Luke Kuechly being the 10s on the defense. In Action PC Sports, the players are rated defensively from 1 to 10. And the numbers you see on the left side here for Denver's offense are their receiving ratings. So we'll get this started in earnest now. Here's Elway, 1st and 10 from the 20. Hand off to Terrell Davis, and he gains 9. Terrell Davis, the hero of Super Bowl 32, of course, when the AFC finally broke off a long-time losing streak in the Super Bowl and beat Green Bay. 2nd and a yard, ball to 22. Davis running wild. Another 15 yards for him. He had 134 last week against Kansas City. 1st and 10 at the 44 now. They give to Davis again. Keep riding the horse till it bucks you. Gain of a yard. 2 yards, Minter with the stop for the Panthers. 2nd and 8 at the 46 now. Again to Davis, his 4th straight carry. And he gains a few more yards this time, 5. Kuechly makes the stop for the Panthers. This sets up 3rd and 3. The ball at the Carolina 49 now. This is Elway. He finds Shannon Sharp over the middle. And Shannon picks up 16 yards. And that's a 1st down for Denver at the Carolina 33. to Bobby Humphrey. So Davis finally getting a breather at running back. A gain of 5 for the standout of the University of Alabama. And it was Coochley making the tackle for the Panthers. And it's now second and 5 at the 28. Getting a little too ahead of myself here. Here's Humphrey again. Gaining 2. And that's Rucker on the stop for Carolina. 3rd and 3, ball to 26. Elway, another pressure pass, and he's got another first down. Humphreys, 10, 5, fumbled, recovered by Carolina.
The previous play is under review.
But it's being reviewed by the booth, as this is the case in all turnovers.
Upon further review, the runner was down by contact.
Denver keeps possession. They're going to have a 1st and goal at the 5. So, that call not going over well here at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. 1st and goal at the 6. Davis, touchdown right over the middle. And Denver scores the first points of this game at 6-0. 9:28 left. McManus puts it through, and it's 7-0 with 9:28 left to go, opening quarter. Goodson, Oliver, Stewart back deep for Carolina, and this is going to be a touchback. We will now set the Carolina offense and the Denver D. Williams and Goings at running back. Smith and Muhammad at wideout. Olsen, your tight end. Newton quarterbacking. Gross, Norwell, Khalil, Wharton, Brockenmeyer, your offensive line. For Denver, Price, Dumerville, Costa, and Jackson, your front 4. 3 outstanding linebackers, Miller, Gradishar, and Mecklenburg at linebacker. Harris Jr., Wright, Atwater, Thompson are going to be your defensive backs. And on 1st and 10, we'll go to D'Angelo. And as D'Angelo has gone, so have the Panthers. But we're going to screen it to Goings again. Goings instead because it's a blitz. And Goings came and went, a gain of 14. And a first down for Carolina. We'll try Williams again. They trap it right. And Williams breaks free. 50, 40, 30. He might go all the way. And he does. Kaboom. 66 yards. And it's 7-6. Josh Sly, who presently kicks for the Panthers, in for the point after. And he's got it. And we're tied at 7-0 with 8:17 left in the first quarter. And when I say presently, I mean the 2020 season that, as I record this, is 2 weeks underway. Everybody has now played 2 games, with Las Vegas surprising New Orleans last night on Monday Night Football. Upchurch back deep for the Broncos, and that will be a touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's John Elway. Gives it to Terrell Davis. He'll pick up a couple of yards. Let's look at the drive they had in the first series. 9 plays, 80 yards. And then Carolina came back, got 80 yards on 2 plays. 2nd and 8 at the 22. That's a throw and a catch to Lionel Taylor. A gain of 13. Gamble on the stop for the Panthers. It's now 1st and 10 at the 35. And time called by Elway. So that's their first time out of the half. They will have 2 remaining. Carolina still with all 3. 1st and 10. It's going to be an end around, and it's not going to go well. 7-yard loss. Smith, the runner, and Luke Coochley make sure he goes nowhere and likes it. Brandon Marshall comes in as a 3rd wideout for Denver for this play. It's 2nd and 17. Elway. That is a throw and a catch to Smith. He gains 18 yards. 1st and 10. Ball at the 46. To Humphrey. Humphrey back to the line, and that's all. Luke Coochley with the tackle. And it's 2nd and 10 at the 46. Elway gonna run 50, 45, down to the 41, and to pick up a 13 for him. So the offense is being quite dominant so far in this game. 4:32 left opening quarter. Incomplete. We have a marker.
Encroachment defense. Number 99.
Naturally, it goes against the
5-yard
defense.
penalty.
And short. Riley Odoms comes in as a second tight end for Denver. It's 1st and 5 at the 38. 36, I'm sorry. Incomplete. Might have been caught by Sharp, the reviewing.
The ball was secured before it hit
and
the ground.
And it was.
The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
So, Denver uses up their only challenge of the game. Each team gets one challenge. But all scores and all turnovers are subject to review by the replay booth. 1st and 10 at the 20 now of Carolina. Denver in the red zone for the second time today. A gain of 3. Humphrey Harris with the tackle for Carolina. 2nd and 7 at the 17. Nobody's been able to stop anybody yet. Touchdown to Smith. And Denver has surged ahead. 13-7. Brandon McManus coming on to try the point after. It's good. And it's 14-7. 2:50 left, and our first 3 drives of the game have been a touchdown, and a touchdown. Goodson back deep for Carolina. We'll see who blinks first here. That's a 9-yard punt. The kickoff went 9 yards deep to the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. DeAngelo Williams, 1 carry, 66 yards for a touchdown. That's not a bad average. We'll pitch it right to him. And DeAngelo has not had some bad games at all. Back to the line on that carry, and that's it. Let's look at his little log for the first half of the season. 193 against Tampa Bay, 114 against Indianapolis, 108 against Tennessee in that 30-3 win last week, which is airing tonight as I record this on September 22nd. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 20. They'll go Goings. Screen. And Goings is going to get another first down, it appears. Yes, he does. Thompson makes the stop for Denver. And it's now a 1st and 10 now at the 31. We're going to go Cam Newton. Sweep right. Call his own number. And he was so good at that when he played for the University of Auburn back in the early teens. But Carl Mecklenburg stops him after a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9. And it seemed coming into the game, if you analyze it, but Carolina was going to be able to have success with the running game. A yard this time only for DeAngelo Williams. That sets up 3rd and 8, but first, it's the end of the first quarter. Denver 14 and Carolina 7. That brings us to our little announcement of the next 3 days worth of games here on the Hometown Football League, right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. San Diego at New England tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, if you are seeing this on the 29th. If you're seeing this later on the 29th, check my videos out. It might already be in there. On Thursday night, the 1st of October, we have an October surprise for you. Minnesota travels to Miami. Super Bowl 8 rematch there. And then on Friday, 2 games. Los Angeles heading to Tennessee. Tennessee right now the only projected team to make the playoffs with a losing record. And we will update those projections as the weeks boil down to a freshest few. And then your nightcap is going to be Washington traveling to Houston for a 9 o'clock game. That's right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, the exclusive home of the Hometown Football League. That's what I was trying to say yesterday, and I stumbled all over it. Anyway, back to the game. 155 yards for Denver, 18 plays. Carolina has run 93 on 6. 3rd and 8. And we're going to go Steve Smith here. And we are going to go medium hitch. That's caught and a first down. A pickup of 14, but let's check the marker.
Holding offense. Number 68, 10-yard penalty.
And that's coming back. That is Norwell called for holding, and that sets up 3rd and 18. Cam Newton will have to really work his magic here. And they're going to go to Smith again on the long pass. Denver playing deep. He lets it go. Off of his hands, incomplete. Looking for Muhammad. And it's 4th and 18, and Carolina ends up being the first to blink. By the way, there is a little bit of a wind. Carolina has it to start the second quarter, so they'll have it for the third, but it's negligible, no more than 5 miles per hour. Nortman punting to the ever-dangerous Rick Upchurch. He's got it at about the 35, moves ahead up to midfield. The return was 13, the punt was 40, so the net was 29. And Denver now can expand on their lead, 14-7 with 14:35 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the 48. Humphrey eludes one tackle but couldn't elude another as Coochley brings him down. No gain. 2nd and 10 at the 48. Long throw incomplete. That was intended for Shannon Sharp. Now a 3rd and 10. Still at the 48. And Denver goes 3 and out. Elway was trying to get it to Lionel Taylor, but that fell incomplete. So Denver will punt here, 4th and 10. They go into the wind a little bit. And that's punt by Scarpito, goes 36 yards, no return. So Carolina taking over at the 16. 13:27 left until the half. Sweep right, D'Angelo Williams. And he gets back to the line, and that's it. After that 66-yard gain, D'Angelo's had 3 carries for just 1 yard. Williams on a screen, 2nd and 10. Try that. That's overthrown and incomplete. They'll look for Kelvin Benjamin on the medium cross for their 3rd and 10 play. But that's going to be way short of the first down. Actually, it was Newton throwing to Muhammad there, a couple of yards. And we're seeing a lot of 3 and outs after the first 3 drives of the game all went for touchdowns. Here's Nortman. Upchurch took it at about the 35, and something went on there. What happened? We'll know in a moment. A fumbled punt return by Upchurch, recovered by Upchurch himself. Punt return went 4, the punt went 48, so a 44-yard net. 1st and 10, ball to 38. We have 11:44 now to go. As time keeps dragging on, as Johnny Cash would sing in Folsom Prison Blues. Elway to Sharp for 14 yards. Minter on the stop for the Panthers. 1st and 10, now at the Carolina 48. And another timeout called by Elway, so he is down to just 1 remaining for the remainder of the half. Setting the time for you, 11:02. That is the time remaining. Thank you, Charlie Jones of NBC and ABC for many years. 1st and 10 at the 48. Charlie died about the same time Tim Russert died, I think back in 2008. Incomplete. Charlie was one of the first sports commentators to have a blog going. And if you look Charlie Jones' blog up on Google, you'll probably find it. He had a lot to say about his sportscasting career. Incomplete. That was Elway to Smith. 2nd and 10 at the 48. Terrell Davis back to the line. That's it. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 48. Here's your throw. Oh, right by Shannon Sharp. And Denver will have to punt. This should land inside the 15. I'm going to fair catch it. And that's fair caught by Oliver. Punt went 33 yards. 10:04, first half, almost, I wouldn't say almost over. We got 2/3 of the way over. And it's still 14-7. D'Angelo off tackle right. Blitz coming, so we'll change it to a screen to Goings. Goings with his third catch of the day and his third first down of the day. A gain of 15. That screen working well for Cam Newton. We'll go short hitch to Greg Olsen just to keep Denver guessing, but Newton's going to run. That's a gain of 3. Williams hurt. So D'Angelo Williams is out. Sorry for the technical glitch with my mic. And it's 2nd and 7 at the 33. Stewart off tackle right. And Stewart pops a hole. Gains 10. First and 10 at the 43. Going, screen pass, or something or other. And Denver calls their last timeout as there was confusion on the defensive line. So Denver out of timeouts the remainder of the half. Goings, dive, 1st and 10, which we're going to change to a medium fly to Smith. Dump pass to Stewart, and that's a gain of 20. Mecklenburg on the stop for Denver. 1st and 10 at the 37. Off tackle right to Stu. Gain of 6. Let's look up Stewart because he has filled in for D'Angelo before. He had a 166-yard effort against Baltimore in the 23-21 win, week 6. And so he has filled in quite nicely for D'Angelo Williams. And he had a 95-yard gain in that in that game. So he's capable. 2nd and 4. Go Stewart again. Dive play. Gain of 1, and that's it. Wright. Louis Wright came up. Lowered the boom on him. 3rd and 3. Quarterback draw. Cam Newton. And the 3 wideout set. And he's going to be short. Back to the line, and that was all he was able to get. Joey Sly comes on. This will be from 47 yards out. Not a gimme. And he pushed it right. No good. 5:15 left. And it is 14-7. Denver. Terrell Davis. Gain of 7, but a marker.
Number
it's going to come back.
10-yard penalty.
That's against Smith. And it sets up 1st and 20. Ball at the 27. Elway in the gun. Scrambles, 30, 35, and a gain of 8. Lucas made the stop for the Panthers. 2nd and 12 at the 35. To Terrell Davis. Gain of 4. Congratulations to Uncle Ron Juckett. As I record this on the 22nd, he had his 1978 Major League Baseball replay reach its climax. His regular season is over, and he'll be doing his playoffs on both Twitch and on YouTube. So congratulations to him upon finishing the regular season. 3rd and 8 at the 39. That's a throw and a catch to Shannon Sharp. Gain of 13. 1st and 10 at the Carolina 48. Elway. That's another completion to Lionel Taylor and a gain of 18. Elway now 9 of 13, 145 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the 30. Elway seems to be getting the hot hand, and he got Shannon Sharp wide open. Gain of 22. That might take us to the 2-minute warning. No, he got it. No, yes it will. Yes it will. My first instinct was correct, and I should have trusted it. 2-minute warning, 14-7 Denver, but Denver driving now. First and goal at the 8. Humphrey will have a touchdown. So Davis, Smith, and Humphrey have now all scored. 3 different scorers for the Broncos. Your point after good. 21-7 with 1:48 to go. Goodson back deep. Returned. I'm going to return it. Past the 20, out to the 30, a gain of 32. Let's see what Cam Newton can do with 3 timeouts. Broncos do not have a means to stop the clock at any point with no timeouts. Fly. And he's got Muhammad. A gain of 15. Harris Jr. with the tackle. And Carolina's going to call an immediate timeout. 1:29 to go. Olsen. Short hitch. 1st and 10. Oh, just out of his reach. Incomplete. That'll set up 2nd and 10. We're going to go Stewart. Off tackle right. Just across Denver up a little bit, but he's back to the line, and that's all. Dumerville with the tackle. Not a no huddle, but a hurry up for Carolina. Medium fly. And that's a sack. Von Miller with the sack. And with 15 seconds left, Carolina will run the clock all the way down to 16 seconds before they punt. Don't want to give Denver too much time with it. Ball's at the 43. Nortman's going to come in to punt. Upchurch back at the 15. Gain of 11 on the return. The punt went 43, so the net was 32. 11 seconds left in the half. See what Elway does here. It's going to be a pitch to Davis. That should do it for the half, and it does. Your halftime score, Denver 21, Carolina 7. Looking at the halftime stats real fast. Carolina 163 yards, 20 plays. Denver 252 on 32 plays. And Carolina gets the ball to start half number 2 in the 3rd quarter. Goodson, a touchback. Stewart has 4 carries, 17 yards, 1 catch for 20. D'Angelo Williams was carrying the mail quite nicely for Carolina before he got hurt. No gain. Price makes the tackle for Denver, so Price was right there. Bum, 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 bum. Stewart, stretch play, 2nd and 10. That's where he takes some of those offensive line and he puts them out wide. And that's good for a gain of 3 and allows the running back to follow the blocks. 3rd and 7. Smith on a crossing route. Newton will scramble, and he's going to get the 1st down. Gain of 8. If you're wondering how Cam Newton's doing running the ball, he has 4 carries for 12 yards. Smith, slant, 1st and 10. 88 over the middle, 89. Gradishar with the tackle. That's a loss of 6. Second and 18. Benjamin. Don't call him private. Medium fly. Incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 49. Automatic. 1st down.
So Carolina with the break. Stewart. Trap right on 1st and 10 from the 41. Finds a nice little hole. Gains 5. Atwater makes the tackle. Ball at the 48. Olsen, short hitch. Instead, Newton has to scramble. He gains 2 yards. His 5th carry of the game already. 3rd and 3. Double tight end set. We're going to go play action short pass out of it to Steve Smith, 89. And he's wide open. Gain of 16 yards. And it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Stewart, trap right. Gain of 3. Mecklenburg makes the tackle. Goings on a screen, 2nd and 7. That's overthrown, incomplete. Setting up a 3rd and 7. How about Smith on the slant? Just out of his reach. Only a 54% chance of making the field goal here. Carolina's going to go for it. They're going to go Steve Smith on a medium pass. They gamble and they go broke. Muhammad well covered, deflected by Von Miller. And Denver has a 1st and 10 at the 33. Intriguing call there, but I felt that a field goal would really not do me any good considering how well Denver had been playing up to this point. 2nd and 10 at the 33. Davis, a 1st down and more, 50. Down to the 49, a gain of 18. Julius Peppers, we haven't heard from too much in this game. He makes the tackle. And Denver in Carolina territory again. Humphrey with a little bit of a gain, 2 yards. Kuechly on the stop. 2nd and 8 at the 47. Pitch to Davis. He's going to lose yards, 4 in fact. Luke Kuechly rudely shoves him out of bounds. 3rd and 12 at the Denver 49. Looking for Smith, but couldn't hang on. And we'll receive the punt here. Not thinking it'll be a fake, but Scarpito goes for the sidelines. Punt goes 35, out of bounds at the 16, no return. 6:36 left, 3rd quarter. It's 21-7. Stewart, trap right, which we're going to change into a screen pass. With the blitz coming. Stewart, 30, 35, 37, a gain of 21 yards. That's his 2nd catch of the game. And his longest of the season. Pitch it right. Stewart, 1st and 10. He's going to lose yards there. Loss of 2. Mecklenburg makes the tackle. 2nd and 12. They'll go Muhammad on the slant. Newton's going to scramble. He gains 4. That sets up a 3rd and 8. Olsen, short hitch. Oh, a sack out of nowhere by Von Miller. His 2nd of the day. Of course, Von Miller was no stranger to Cam Newton during Super Bowl 50. And that sets up a 4th down and 13. Nortman again, back to punt. And something happens here. We will just have to wait for the animation. Carolina ball. Upchurch fumbled it. Not too far from the 15-yard line. A fumble. Brockemeyer got a hold of it. And Carolina now in good shape at the Denver 22. Stewart, trap right. Gain of 3. Harris Jr. on the tackle. Wesley Walls, short cross. 2nd down. He's got it. Inside the 10 to the 6. A pickup of 13. 1st and goal at the 6 now. They're going to look for Stewart. Trap left. Touchdown, Carolina. Stewart with the 6 points. And it's 21-13. Here's Sly at the point after. Good. No, it's not good. Blocked by Price. And the lead will stay at 8. 21-13. Upchurch back deep for Denver. And he just fumbled the last kickoff away, but this will be a touchback, fortunately for him. Sometimes you tend to see the plays before they actually happen, and that's how you get plays wrong. 1st and 10. Humphrey. Gain of 3. Rucker makes the stop. 2nd and 7. Davis. Back to the line. 3rd and 7. Same spot, the 23-yard line. Elway sacked by Minner. And Carolina seems to have a little momentum going as we end the 3rd quarter. It is 21-13, Denver leading. Coming up this weekend, we have the latest installment of the Franchise Hockey Manager 6 series I've been doing, called the Brass Bonanza series. I do the Hartford Whalers. I did their first season, the 79-80 season. Now I'm in the middle of the 80-81 season. So with me recording this a week behind time, recording this on the 22nd, so you see it on the 29th. January 1981 should be our next stop for the Hartford Whalers. Haven't gotten off to a good start this season as they did last season, but we're going to keep at it. That's the Hartford Whalers of 1980-81, featured on the Brass Bonanza Series FHM 6, right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. 21-13, Denver punting. They have 268 yards of total offense on 39 plays. Carolina has run 36 plays and has gotten 234 yards. Do quarterback comparisons when each team gets the ball for the 4th quarter. Oliver had to back up a little bit. His return 11 yards. The punt went 54. Carolina going into the wind a little bit. 5 miles per hour at best. Screen to Steve Smith on 1st and 10. And Smith, 40, 50, down to the 48. Gain of 15 yards. Nicely done by Steve Smith. Back to Jonathan Stewart. And Jay Stu's going to go off tackle right here. Find a little bit of a hole. Gain of 2. Mecklenburg with the tackle. So if the Panthers scored, they're going to need a 2-point conversion just to tie. Medium fly Smith. But a marker.
Start. Offense.
And it's not
number
good for
70,
Carolina.
5-yard penalty. Repeat. 2nd down.
Back to Panthers up 5. Wharton committing a false start. 2nd and 13. We're going to screen it to Goings. That has worked well. But we're seeing that Denver playing a short tight defense. We're going to go medium fly to Smith instead. He's got it. He caught it on the run. A gain of 22 yards. Wright made the tackle for Denver. Stewart. Trap right. A gain of a yard. Setting up 2nd and 9. Smith on the screen, 2nd and 9. We'll go back to that and see that works. Newton was flushed out of the pocket, ran to his right, still got it to Green. To Smith. And that was a gain of 7. They're 2 yards. Jim Nance, I'm not, folks. Jonathan Stewart, dive play on 3rd and 2. Again, Denver plays tight, so we're going to have to change our play. Medium fly to Steve Smith. And this might break wide open. It's a dump and a 1st down, maybe.
Holding. Offense. Number 68. 10-yard penalty.
Norwell. Critical hold. 3rd and 12. Newton in the gun. And a medium pass to Benjamin. We'll decide whether or not this drive stays going. Pass in the flat to Stewart. No gain. Brockemeyer will return in a few plays. 4th and 12 at the 31. Sly is going to have to come on, but his odds of making this field goal are not good. 48%. So I'm going to go for it. Go 4 wide. Quarterback must pass. And we're going to Steve Smith. I really don't like throwing it when my odds are not good. LaFell on a medium slant is going to be the audible play. Incomplete. Atwater and LaFell had a wrestling match for the ball. Atwater did come away with it eventually, but it was ruled incomplete as they were jockeying for the ball, and the official said, nope, incompletion. 1st and 10 at the 31 for Denver, 10:33 left to go. To Davis, no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 31. Can the Carolina defense keep Denver in check? But just as I say that, Terrell Davis breaks loose in a gain of 19 to the 50. Luke Kuechly finally with the tackle for Carolina, who needs a defensive stop here. 21-13, 9:44 to go. Davis over the middle again, into the secondary. Gain of 26, and that's 112 on the day for Terrell Davis. A couple of critical runs there. 1st and 10 at the 24. Davis again inside the 20 to the 18. He gains 6 more. 10th tackle of the day for Kuechly. And Davis now at 120 on the day in terms of rushing yards. 118 actually, my apologies. And he has had 16 carries. 2nd and 4 at the 18. We'll check the marker before we do anything.
Offense,
and it's going to come back.
66, 10-yard penalty.
Nailing. Got nailed for holding. And it's 2nd and 14 at the 28. Elway. Underneath to Davis, a gain of 4. 3rd and 10 at the 24. And if you heard another noise just there, I didn't do it. 3rd and 10 at the 21. To Humphrey, that's a gain of a yard. So Brandon McManus, with 6:15 left to go, could make this a 2-score game. Field goal is from 40 yards out. He pushed it left, no good. So Denver now gives the ball back to Carolina, and now Carolina, with maybe 1 or 2 more possessions left in this game, has a 1st and 10 at their own 30. Screen to Stewart. He's been good with the screen passes. No penalty on the play, a gain of 6. Stewart has 4 carries, 47 yards. Smith on a slant on 2nd and 4. That's incomplete. Olsen on the hitch. Blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a slant to Muhammad. Instead, it's thrown to Olsen, who originally intended to get the ball. That's a gain of 10. 1st and 10 at Carolina 46. We have 4:30 left to go in regulation. An off-tackle right play to Stewart. Back to the line, and that's all. No gain. 3:46 left. Benjamin, medium hitch, as Carolina shows a little more urgency. A scramble by Newton. He's going to be close to the first, a gain of 7. 3rd and 3. Newton on the draw on 3rd and 3. And he gets a yard, and that's it. 4th and 2. I'm going to have to go again. No risk it, no biscuit. To Smith on the short cross. 4th and 2 from the 46. And no biscuit for Carolina. So they're 0 for 3 on 4th downs. Denver, at their own 46, they lead by 8. Davis, gain of 3, and Carolina will start using their timeouts. They need a Denver 3 and out here. 2nd and 7 at the 49. Humphrey, no gain, 1 yard gain at best. Third and 6. Carolina will probably keep that last timeout and let the 2-minute warning stop it, unless there's a first down here, which there is. Smith with a gain of 10. Carolina will not use the last timeout here. They let it go to the 2-minute warning. And now Denver looking like they're going to go 6-3 on the year. And Carolina will fall to 6-3. First and 10 from the 40. 2-minute warning, 21-13 game. That's another first down. That should do it. Shannon Sharp with the dagger. A gain of 11. Carolina will use their last timeout, so this is pretty much over now. First and 10 at the 29. Throw, incomplete. Looking for Shannon Sharp, and I don't know why Denver's throwing. 3 running plays, they're out of here. That's Brandon Marshall, a gain of 14. Why is Denver throwing the ball? First and 10 at the 15. Now they give it to Davis. No gain. They play their cards right. This will be the last play. Davis. Loss of a yard. That should do it, right? It does. 21-13. Denver to 6-3 on the year. Carolina falling 6-3. 21-13. Denver beats Carolina. Scoring summary first. Here you see it. 14 unanswered by Denver, and that was the turning point of the game. 362 yards for Denver, 305 for Carolina. Carolina just 1 trip to the red zone, which they scored a touchdown. Denver 7 trips to the red zone. They only got 3 touchdowns out of all of that. Time of possession about even. Denver ran 53 plays, Carolina 50. Only 7 penalties, so a well-played game. 21-16 first downs to Denver. I would give the game ball to Terrell Davis, 120 yards. In fact, we could check it right here. Yep, he did get the player of the game honors. I always like to look and see who the leading tackler was. Kuechly with 12, and he was the only one in double digits for this game. So we'll look at the standings before we go. Denver now 6-3. They have to hope San Francisco or Kansas City lose. They would be projected to make the playoffs at this point, and I don't think the win's going to change that. Carolina 6-3. If either Tennessee or Indianapolis win their games, they will move to just 2 behind in the Upper South race with 7 games to play for most teams, with the exception of Miami and Jacksonville, who will be playing their 10th games this week. Jacksonville has played their 10th, and they lost to Las Vegas. Miami and Minnesota will be in a couple of days. In fact, let's look at the next few games. San Diego and New England, Minnesota, Miami, and then, as we were saying earlier after the first quarter, Los Angeles, Tennessee, Washington, Houston. Then next Monday, Green Bay at St. Louis. And then next week's games, Kansas City, Indianapolis on next Tuesday, a week from today. Seattle to New Orleans, New York to Dallas. And then our Friday games, San Francisco hosting Cincinnati, Tampa Bay, and Buffalo will be our YouTube game a week from Friday. And then we start week 11 with the recap show of those games. We'll have at least 3, maybe 4, maybe a few more games to highlight for you when we get to that. Your final today, 21-13, Carolina losing to Denver. And this has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well, no matter where you are, no matter when you see this. Godspeed, God bless. Bye-bye for now, everybody.